in this case, I am suggesting that, considering that you want a fairly freewheeling action context with the ability to state actions, with the ability to state actions very forcefully and when you want, that you will get plenty of opportunity for those things we've discussed. One, hero disagreement, particularly if you say, yes, you can resolve it and it will be bloodless on your parts, but one of you will lose.
Right, for now.
Right, and exactly, this time. And then the other, which is, when are we going to come into situations where you might go, you might do wrong to do right.
Right.
Or try to beat the dilemma at its own game in some way. Double dip, if you will. But those mechanisms are right there in the existing system for all those things. You just kind of wiggle into, what the fictional demands of the moment are for this mechanism. And you've got the pieces, you've got enough simply moving pieces to do what needs to be done in each of those fictional cases.
Right.
And without it being, one of those bogus systems where you basically flip a coin and there is no actual mechanical or systemic feature besides just the yes or no.
Right.
It also is neat to me because the precise stated action can let you know which axis you should be looking at. And the player might have said some other stated action that would have put them on the opposite axis, or might have gone along a completely different axis altogether. It was up to the player.
Right.
They described what they wanted to do, and the system catches us in its arms and says, this axis, and then launches you into whatever happens with the dice.
Right.
And that, to me, is what we want, right? I mean, that's the flow of what we say into what we roll and into what happens, and not one of those pieces rules the others, but all of them are welcome pieces of a sequence of resolution. To me is way fun. Does that help a little bit? I guess I'm trying to instill confidence in your design and to sort of urge not necessarily sequestering off boxes of how to do this as if it were a separate piece.
Right.
So, what other pieces? There are a couple other things that you had questions or notes about. Oh, one of them was the tension. What did you call them? Tension skills, or the kind of,
the ethical abilities.
Yeah, ethical abilities. Those really. There's. I think I see where you're going with that. But it seems to me as though you were still kind of feeling your way into what you wanted them actually to do in play.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think. I guess, too, it's the kind of thing where you definitely want to see them occur because the character's been played, rather than setting up a bunch in the beginning. So, given that, maybe the thing to do is to simply wait. If you have the currency which allows you to buy one of those, wait till the player does something that is exactly like that. And you can say, hey, actually, you can use that to resolve this situation or to take action in this situation. You want to make that, an ethical ability, doing that kind of thing.
Right.
It's a bit of a question because the purity of its emergence in play, the first time somebody, gets off a good one, whether a phrase or a trick or a gimmick or something,
Yeah.
very characteristic. The moment that they do that, and then the tendency is to say, oh, okay, that's an ability now. It can be a little bit frozen at that point and just be repeated as a trope rather than, have the same energy that it used to have.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is too much of a problem if you try to capture the more general quality that particular action represented or could represent. Do you see what I mean, though, about like waiting for it to happen and then saying, aha, now we know the right kind of ethical ability for you because you just showed us.
Right. That does make sense, yeah.
So anyway, those are some of my thoughts.
Cool. Yeah.
Let me know if there's anything that you think I missed or that you want to, maybe if you apply some of the ideas throughout, then see where you get.
Yeah.
Because I think the vision of it is very clear. And
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, it could be a lot of fun, actually. I mean, I'm all about Plasma Blast now, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Take care. I'll see you later.
All right. Thank you so much.